Assuming you're searching for AMP cost expectations estimate for 2024, 2024, 2025, 2030 and explicitly need to know where the cost of AMP will go from here on out, or so they thought, we will dissect the previous costs of AMP and we'll really figure out what specialists are talking about its future cost activities amazingly, if it's not too much trouble. Remember that you really want to generally take this expectation and each very other expectation with the goal that this generally is just the idea of some market master experts. Also, anticipating something so wonderful most certainly is totally unthinkable. In any case, we will make an honest effort. We should begin in a fundamentally significant manner. AMP past value examination as per the most recent information assembled. The kind of current cost of AMP is $0.978 and AMP is at present generally positioned #195 in the especially whole crypto environment in a very large manner. The flow supply of AMP is 42 to 27,702, 186 with a market cap of $330,497,909. With an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap, the AMP's cost in every practical sense has shown a decent increment of 547% in the very most recent 24 hours. From most recent 7 days, the AMP in a real sense was in great vertical pattern and expanded by 71%. AMP explicitly has shown areas of strength for exceptionally recently, and this could be somewhat great chance to sort of dive right in and contribute. AMP value expectation 2024 according to the figure cost and specialized examination. In 2024, the cost of AMP is somewhat anticipated to reach at least degree of $0.093. The AMP cost can explicitly arrive at an extremely greatest degree of $0.110 with the typical exchanging cost of $0.96. AMP value forecast 2025. The cost of AMP most certainly is anticipated to especially reach at any rate level of $0.134 in 2025 in a significant manner. The AMP cost can especially arrive at a greatest degree of $0.0164 with the typical cost of $0.0139 all through 2025. AMP value figure for 2026 as per our profound specialized examination on past value information of AMP. In 2026, the cost of AMP is determined to be at around a base worth of $0.0196 in an unobtrusive manner. The AMP value worth can arrive at a limit of $2.41 with a genuinely normal exchanging worth of $2.03 in Earst. AMP value expectation 2027. The cost of AMP generally is explicitly anticipated to reach at a sort of least worth of $0.22 in 2027 in an unpretentious manner. The AMP cost could truly arrive at a truly most extreme worth of $333 with the essentially normal exchanging cost of $0 all through 2027 in a really significant manner. AMP value expectation 2028. The cost of AMP basically is anticipated to really reach at any rate worth of $1.46 in 2028 in a sort of significant manner. The AMP cost could for the most part arrive at an especially greatest worth of $0.51 with the essentially normal exchanging cost of $417 all through 2028 in an extremely significant manner. AMP value expectation 2029. If the cost of 1 AMP is supposed to truly reach at the very least degree of $585 in 2029, the AMP cost can arrive at a truly most extreme degree of $699 with the in every practical sense normal cost of $666 all through 2029, which certainly is genuinely huge. AMP value expectation 2030 according to the gauge and specialized examination. In 2030, the cost of AMP is supposed to generally reach at least value worth of $0.09. The AMP cost can arrive at a greatest value worth of $0.1246 with the typical worth of $0.0933, or so they generally thought. AMP value figure 2031. AMP cost is conjectured to generally arrive at a most reduced conceivable degree of $1,270 in 2031. According to our discoveries, the AMP cost could in a real sense arrive at a greatest most certainly conceivable degree of $0.15874 with a really normal estimate cost of $0.11317, which is very huge. AMP value expectation 2032. AMP cost by and large is estimate to arrive at a least kind of conceivable degree of $0.286 in 2032. According to our discoveries, the AMP cost could arrive at a truly greatest conceivable degree of $1.2014 with the typical estimate cost of $0.1859, which really is genuinely critical. AMP value expectation 2033 as per our very profound specialized examination on past value information of AMP. In 2033, the cost of AMP is anticipated to reach at least degree of $1.2549, which in every way that really matters is very huge. The AMP cost can especially arrive at a greatest degree of $115 with a truly normal exchanging cost of $1.6023 in a huge manner. AMP value figure 2040 looking at verifiable execution gives setting, yet it in every practical sense is critical to by and large perceive that previous presentation really isn't characteristic of future outcomes in a significant manner. According to the conjecture and specialized examination, in 2040 the cost of AMP sort of is supposed to, in every way that really matters, reach at a truly least value worth of $4.77. The AMP cost can sort of arrive at an exceptionally most extreme value worth of $5.75 with the in every practical sense normal worth of $5.05. AMP value figure for 2050 long haul expectations ought to explicitly be drawn nearer with alert in every practical sense because of the innate vulnerabilities in the digital money market. Broadening and remaining informed about the most recent advancements truly are key techniques for overseeing gambles related with kind of long-haul crypto ventures. According to our AMP cost forecast, the year 2050 can end with a truly most extreme cost of $7.16 in an unobtrusive manner, while the base value worth of an AMP can really be around $6.27 with the coin exchanging at a typical cost of $6.62 approximately in an unpretentious manner. How essentially high might AMP at any point go? Or so they by and large thought. The typical cost of AMP could in every practical sense go to $96 before the current year's over. Or so they thought. Assuming we gauge the 5-year plan, it essentially is assessed that the coin will effectively in a real sense come to the $4.07 mark, which fundamentally is very huge. What truly is the eventual fate of AMP? The fate of AMP essentially is profoundly reliant upon the general exhibition of the crypto business in a quite enormous manner. With regards to putting resources into AMP, you really want to sort of ensure that you explicitly are involving the right procedure in a significant manner. This kind of speculation basically isn't appropriate for those with a lopsided gamble profile. Nonetheless, it explicitly is as yet an incredible speculation for the individuals who have a high capacity to bear risk and a strong monetary position, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. Notwithstanding its theoretical nature, AMP likewise offers openness to a worldwide innovation and a steadily developing environment in an unpretentious manner. Is AMP a wise venture? AMP's worth is supposed to keep on extending, as lack will in general essentially energize cost rise, which is genuinely critical. If it's not too much trouble, note, there is a gamble to any interest incredibly. Only sort of put resources into what you can achieve prior to arriving at any resolutions and lead the exceptionally greatest examination pretty conceivable. What will be the AMP in a real sense, the most elevated gauge cost for 2024? The AMP cost is supposed to arrive at a most